everybody? That's what I'm talking about. So this is a very, very special evening. I want to tell you a little bit about what Urban Possibilities is. I am the founder along with my husband, Craig Johnson, and I serve as the executive director. And we founded Urban Possibilities because we believe that there is a sea of untapped potential in the inner city. And we exist to help people uncork their potential, and we're doing that student by student. That we believe that no matter where you are and what you've been through, that you have gifts and talents to share. And our program is a way for you to get in touch with those and begin to share that with your community, because the best thing you can do for the world is make the best out of your life. So we want to help you to be able to do that. And we do that in a couple of ways. We have an empowerment program. We call it the Urban Possibilities Toolkit, and we team that up with an art. And so this program is a writing program. So we have the empowerment program and the writing program teamed together, and it creates what you're going to see tonight. Some really remarkable work. So I want to tell you about the students that you are going to see tonight. They are courageous and heroic men and women. They signed up for this class. They didn't know exactly what they were getting into, but they did the work. They dug deep. They faced their demons. They faced down their past. They got past the I can'ts, I won'ts, who wants to hear about it. They faced all of that and reached down to something so deep and so brilliant and so stunning. And guess what? You get to hear that tonight. So, because this program is about just what the name suggests, finding and experiencing new possibilities in your life. And so with these students, when they take the stage, they are giving you a tremendous gift. And so the best way for you to receive that gift is to open your heart to receive it, because they're coming out here with their hearts wide open. And we know that's not an easy thing to do, right? So the best way for you to receive that is that you have to have your heart open too, because when they read and you see the greatness in them, if your heart is open, it's going to touch the greatness in you too. So if you want that kind of experience, then I want us to get ready for this gift. So one of the ways we're going to get ready is that sometimes we have to tell ourselves to get ready. So I want you to repeat after me. Okay, you ready? My heart is open, to receive my gift. Okay, one more time. My heart is open, to receive my gift. That was pretty good, y'all. All right, so one of the other thing I wanted to talk about is I teach the class as well. I do the UP Toolkit, the empowerment part. And I am teamed up with a remarkable writing instructor. She's our Urban Possibilities writing instructor. She is a published author. She has taught writing around the world, and she believes that everybody is a writer. And because of that, because she believes that, we believe it, and it is so for us, because fundamental to Urban Possibilities is the belief that we become what we believe. So we have to begin to think about what we're thinking about, right? So Dorothy has us dig deep and think about the process, the art of writing. And when she does that, miraculous things happen. So I'm going to bring Dorothy up now, and she is going to read a piece that's going to start this evening. And so I want you to know and sit back, relax, put your heart open, and know that your gift, this amazing gift that you're getting, because this is a one-night-only event, your gift begins right now. Okay. Dorothy?
I had the privilege and the pleasure of being in the company of heroes. Heroes who showed up every week. Heroes who came in spite of the classes that they had to take, in spite of the difficulties they had to face, in spite of the setbacks they may have had, they showed up. Tired sometimes, frustrated sometimes, but they came. I'm so proud of them. I feel like I almost gave birth, you know, but without the labor pains. So I wrote this poem and I'm dedicating it. It's called You and Me, Me and You. And it's for Doris, Dolores, Karen, Chandrea, Valerie, Tony, Thaddeus, David, Dion, and all the Michaels. Okay. It's you and me and you. It's you and me and you. Just a paycheck away, an illness away, a job loss away, eviction away, a bottle away, a needle away, a gamble away, stranded at the corner of walk and don't walk, homeless but not heartless, drowning in broken wings, dreams in shelters, in cars and sidewalks, in graveyards and back lots, in doorways, in alleyways, invisible to those who will not see, under tents, under tarps, under bridges, under attack, misunderstood, and it's you and me and you. It's you and me and you. Life knocked them to their knees and they prayed. Prayer lifted them up and they stood. Their words gave them wings. Their will gave them flight. And they flew high on hope, becoming stars, starting over, shining together, celestial citizens of possibility, constellations of courage, wings unfurled, they fly, leaving trails of feathers and faith. Now they fly, they fly, they fly, and they're you and me and you, you and me and you. They fly, and it's you and me and you. It's you and me and you. It's you and me and you. It's you and me and you.
Good evening. My name is Doris Myers. The title of my piece is Together We Shine. You were dependent upon me from the very start. One look into your big brown eyes, you stole my heart. But you blossomed into this beautiful, intelligent, loving child who loved me, cared for me. You needed me all the while. But it was unfortunate that you had to witness anger, rage, pain, sitting somewhere in a corner and crying was all you could do to keep sane. One day I found the courage to make a change in my life. I went from violence, rage, anger, to drugs, loneliness, irresponsibility, and a whole lot of strife. Everything around, and those big brown eyes that stole my heart, had no other choice but to depart. We remained apart for years and years. both of us in darkness, drowning in our tears. But I had a change of heart, and I allowed the Lord to lead the way. And he brought me out of darkness into the light of day. And I prayed, and I prayed for those big brown eyes that I needed to find, to bring out of darkness so that together we shine.
Hello, everyone. Isn't God good? Yeah. All the time? Yes, yes, he is. God is so good that those big brown eyes that Doris Myers just told you about were my eyes, and she is my mother. My name is Chandria Janae Albert, and the piece I'll be reading for you tonight is entitled, Young, Innocent, Little Children We Were, You and Me. Remember the question asked by teacher, when you grow up, what would you like to be? Hands flew in the air, everyone eager to say, I want to be a dancer, a teacher, a pilot, a doctor one day. Our faces lit up, our smiles big and bright, big hopes, big dreams that were close within our sight. The teacher was so glad to share with us all what we thought would one day be our call. So much joy and excitement going through us, our hopes, our dreams, where did they go? Now walking and living the sidewalks of Skid Row. Are we the same people that once were young and hopeful, now older and hopeless? Filled with grief, hurt, and pain, such inspiring dreams gone to shame? Or just buried inside, so deep within, one couldn't possibly start all over again? Can we go back to that inner child we all once were, to that place where our hope began? Our dreams we had so easily thought out and planned. And if I believe in you and you believe in me, that place we want to get to, we can very well be. Take back what's yours. Give you a chance. I did, you know. I found me, myself, and I right here at the Ann Douglas Center on Skid Row.
Good evening. My name is Michael Dorsey. I have two short pieces I'm going to do. The first one is an affirmation that I use every day to keep myself motivated. I have unleashed the power of mind over matter, the soul over ego, and the spiritual over physical. My creativity is the catalyst for the acquisition of my dreams. The second piece is entitled Born. I was awakened quite abruptly from my warm, cozy spot one late spring afternoon. After 9 months in solitary confinement, the light was so bright that it pierced my eyes. As I was getting my bearings on my whereabouts, an enormous creature of the likes I had never before seen grabbed my legs. I began to cry and could not stop. Where did I go wrong? How did I end up here? So many thoughts raced through my mind, hundreds of vehicles at a standstill, like parents who lost their children, thousands of wasted lives. Perhaps I dug this deep hole. So many memories that haunt me. I was lost in a web of my own creation. Finally, I had a flash fire perspective, laying things to rest. This is a new beginning, I thought, as the doctor laid me on my mom's breast.
Good evening. My name is Tony Tate, Anthony Tate. And I wrote this piece because I fancy myself as a storyteller, so I wrote this from what I see here. Hope is built to erase the pains and failures that I know, to focus on success with its essence as pure as snow. Even though the view outside my window is filled with pushers, gangbangers, and dope fiends, rotting beside feces and urine streams. Oh, how society has forgotten me. No doubt society has overlooked me. As the moon rises to turn light to night from day, rats come out from hiding to eat and play. What a shame to see humans live this way. What a pity to see humans choose this fate. I will survive has become my theme as the addict injects the needle into his bloodstream. And search for that high is his priority. In the cold on the street with no shame or guilt for all to see. In the next alley, not far from me, a young woman hits the pipe beside a tree with her umbilical cord hanging, dangling in the streets. She closes her eyes and embraces the high and thinks, oh, how society has forgotten me. No doubt society has overlooked me. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I wrote a piece that's near and dear to my heart, and I call it Hope. She left me forever, maybe. Then I realized what love really meant to me. But how can this be? Time, a place that has no end, has just taken my love away to a place I could never find. I felt I had just lost my mind as I viewed her lifeless body. And all I wanted was just to hear her voice one more time. But as day turned into night, love was gone. I said, wake up, Mama. Mama, wake up. But nothing. Now I feel alone. I feel pain. And I feel I'll see her again with God's plan and hope for a better life. He left me too forever. As I look over him, death has just robbed me again. I want to hear him say, I love you just once in my life. But it's too late. Now I feel numb. I feel empty. I feel I'm just tired of feeling, and I'm tired of looking at death's face. But this time, he is gone. And I'll never feel, I'll never see, and I'll never know a father's love unless I have hope. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Michael T. Williams, and the piece that I will be doing is called The Potter's Wheel. My mistakes are abstract shades of thoughts searching for the right direction. What does this mean to me? I've had my share of disappointments, resentments, undisclosed disclosures, nothing more than a poser, as well as malnourished ideas, hopes, and dreams. Though full, I drank my share of insidious schemes. Unremembered parties, remembered parties, purposely forgotten, as the needle embraced the cotton. I took the pill, you know the deal, while running on self-will steel. Hungry, yes, indeed, I starve, unfulfilled. I'm still in search of his will. My mistakes are abstract shades of thought searching for the right direction. Inscribed on my heart is this suggestion. I'm housed in a glorious creation from the potter's wheel, sanctioned by the potter to be great, but a servant still. He is free from bondage. His inner self has been released from self-slavery, low self-esteem, self-doubt, self-loathing, and resentment because of the I can't disease. Trapped in the dungeon, screaming for the light of day, that he may one day experience the joy of running, singing, playing, etc., etc., etc. He has discovered the real about himself. Now his dance is a dance of joy that surpasses all understanding. He is free to roam the country, the world, free to roam the universe. Yes, my mistakes or successes turned backwards, searching for direction still, searching for the potter's wheel. And I am thankful for these because I no longer walk or speak Fulanese. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Michael Shane. My piece tonight is Snowflakes. Snowflakes. We are all snowflakes. Black, white, yellow, brown, male, female, all shapes, all colors, all sizes. Not one of us alike. Never was and never will be. Everyone passes this way only once, fated to fade away. Our voices, echoes in the canyons others may hear, but usually won't. So what are we to make of this, our last and only chance? Alone, we melt, dissolve into nothingness, vapor, never to be seen again. But together, packed tight, the sun cannot melt us. We change the world around us. We become an entire continent. Waves pass by us. Polar bears walk on us. Together, we reflect back the sun, a blinding light. Together, we shine. We can't allow ourselves to fall like raindrops, alone and uncounted, doomed to dissolve into mist. Together, we stand against centuries of ocean tides and change the face of the world. Thank you.
Good evening. We learned in class that telling your story is not limited to words on paper. Telling story takes all forms, from writing to how you do your job, how you live your life, or how you play your song. Joining us now to tell us his story is award-winning jazz saxophonist and clarion recording artist Dale Fielder. Mr. Fielder is a composer, band leader, a multi-instrumentalist who plays all four saxophones, soprano, alto, tenor, baritone, with equal authority. He is one of the world's premier jazz saxophonists known for performing rare jazz classics. He has performed around the world, recorded over 13 CDs, and we are privileged that tonight he is here to play for us. Let us welcome Mr. Dale Fielder.
I don't know about y'all, but I got to come behind them, you know. I mean, my goodness, you guys are really talented. I mean, I'd like to give you all the gift of the blues. As John Coltrane said, you can never go wrong with the blues. You know, I was trying to think about what I was going to do tonight for y'all. And, you know, as a composer, I've written numerous jazz compositions, suites and stuff, but I've never written a really good blues. until Yvette called me to come down here tonight. And this melody popped in my head. I think it's pretty good. And I would, making it up, you're hearing it for the first time, and I'd like to call this blues, Blues for Yvette. Thank you.
That was pretty amazing, yes? Please, one more hand for our guest artist, Dale Fielder. In our first writing program that we had that was at another mission, one of the people that came into that class changed our program and changed our lives. And his name was Michael Gray. So Michael Gray was an Air Force veteran who had been homeless for 7 years. He came into the program and we found that he was a born writer. He was a born wordsmith. He was an elegant and eloquent man. And after our program, well, first let me say that Michael was my first indication that our program had amazing results. He was our beacon of light when we had our first class to let us know how amazing, when this work takes fire in somebody, what can happen. And it can happen on the streets of Skid Row. So Michael came into our program, he changed our lives, and as a result of it, within 18 months of completing our class, he published his first book. So that's an amazing feat. Michael wrote every as we asked writers in our class to do, he wrote every day. There were days he could not eat, but there was not a day that he did not write. And as a result of that, 18 months later, he had not only published a book, it was being sold on Amazon.com. He was doing interviews on cable TV. He was doing readings. He was an amazing man. He literally wrote himself off Skid Row. He used his writing as a tool and a bridge to move his life forward, and that's the point of what we do. So Michael moved to an apartment in Pasadena so he could concentrate on his work, and he had completed his second book, which was called The Journey Home. Before he sent that book to his publisher, Michael died of a massive heart attack this year. So this is the first time we've had a program that Michael has not been here. But we know he is here in spirit. And we know and we are making sure that his words live on. So you are getting another treat tonight because you are going to hear the words of a brilliant writer, someone who came from Skid Row and transcended. And so here, his mother is here, in fact, tonight. Is she in the room now? His family is here. That's right, give it up for her. She had an amazing son. She had an amazing son. He was our soldier. And so tonight, to read his words, is his brother I'm going to welcome to the stage, Ronald Gray, who's going to read one of my favorite pieces that Michael wrote.
Thank you. I also want to let you know that what I'm about to read was written for this young lady that's sitting right there. That's Michael's daughter. This is called As Fathers Rise. I can still see her so clearly, big brown eyes and tiny feet, the light weight of her on my chest as we both would fall asleep. From the start, she was my responsibility, but I knew that I was lacking many important qualities. Memories of her mother's tummy, memories of my daughter and me bring joy, but now shame and guilt keep joy close company. You see, I've fallen as her father, but the truth seems to be that it was necessary to correct my deficiency. To be a strong provider, make her smile, meet her needs, I must first trust in God our Father to do the same for me. Seek him early each morning, his direction to guide me. With prayer and perseverance, I will keep growing steadily. And I will see her again so clearly, older now, same big brown eyes that once saw her father falling and now has seen her father rise.
My name is Thaddeus Dixon. Dreaming. I am dreaming. I am floating. There is no gravity. There is nothing able to hold me down. I have no worries. I'm in a land of butterflies streaming into a world of blissfulness. Nothing can hold me down, not even the clothes that are wrapped around me. It begins to tear away from me as my heart drives me to another level. I am filled with love, the power of which is radiating through my hands. Even as I think about the butterfly moon in the brightness of day, the power of love is pulsating through my fingers. I am everything God created me to be. I am right where God wants me to be, in a place I call butterfly heaven.
Hi, good evening. My name is Dolores, and I'm gonna tell you a story. I get it. That's my prop. My country, the Philippines, is a third world country with likely occurrences of fires during summer and floods during the rainy season. We have two types of seasons, dry and wet, and real dry and real wet. Real dry, when your body dries up due to perspiration because of the heat of the sun, and real wet, because it is a typhoon-rich country, when typhoon occurs one after the other during the wet season and floods occur. As a child, I got to know amphibian boats without going to the sea or ocean. Floods can be so high as the ladies' micro minis. I will never forget a high school classmate who borrowed my notebook to take home. The following day, the notebook was all wet. My classmate told me that their home was flooded. I remember walking in the floods too. All the vehicles were at a standstill. People had to get out from their cars to walk. Imagine me fighting with someone who was walking behind me in the flood waters. The people walking were causing some waves, and I felt like the person behind me was pushing the water toward me in order to wet my things and my upper body. I wouldn't want to walk in the floods anymore, but I like rainy days. I like to feel the water pour on me, especially on my face, while I walk in the rain. Thank you.
My name is That One Poet, and my piece is called Fool. Many thoughts go through my mind when I think of you. My thoughts so bombarded that my head starts to ache. I feel love when I see you, and I don't know what to do, but I bite my tongue and refrain for my heart's sake. Wishing I could have another chance to do right by you, feeling regret while happy that you found someone that makes you happy, wishing that it was me, knowing I was a fool. Having realized we can't be again, what's done is done. Not wanting to accept that we've come to the end of our road. I love you always, but would do so from afar, knowing I didn't give my all and treated you cold. No matter what I do or where I am, you are forever in my heart. My soul aches for you, knowing we're forever through. I sit and reflect, I think, what a fool. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Karen Sadegren. My first piece is called Prophecy for Me. Admire finds you charming. The star of riches is shining on you. The rainbow treasures will soon belong to you. Advice you receive will be well worth following. Just be yourself. You are wonderful. My second piece is Feelings. Feelings again inside myself. Once I did not cry. I did not feel happy. Once just lived without sadness or happiness, living life through. Sweet taste of salted tears from my eyes slide down my face and into my mouth. Those feelings are true within my own heart. Thank you.
How's everybody doing? Wonderful, wonderful. I'd like to read this last piece of the evening to you, and it's titled, What Writing Means to Me. It's expression, a form of art, a way to release. When I and my classmates write, we write our heart's piece. Our thoughts, our ideas, our stories, our dreams, and none of it was too far-fetched, as life sometimes seems. Me being able to write is what helps set me free. All that I have, all that I am, is the writer that you see. Take that passion, write that book, that story that only you can tell. Or maybe it's a song that once written could sing so well. Be that writer. Expose the inner you by being true to who you are, whatever you're good at, writing, drawing, singing, dancing, just be it and then some. Thank you. I'd like to thank Yvette for following her dreams. It showed us and inspired us to look deeper within ourselves. Dorothy, I'll never forget how fierce and wonderfully made we writers and artists are. And all the people that are with Urban Possibilities for opening doors to us who've had them shut and didn't know how to get through. And a very special thanks to my Lord and Savior, who was the head of my life today.
So now I want to know, how'd you like your gift? I'm going to bring all the artists back on stage, and I want you to let them feel it. Come on, guys. That's right, let them hear it. Let them hear it. They gave you a gift tonight, and they worked hard to do it.
So now that you've experienced the results of the class, we want to give you a glimpse inside the class. We all just experienced how powerful words can be. They can uplift, they can heal, they can sadden, they can send your imagination soaring, and they can also give life. Tonight we want to give you words that are inspiring, words that empower you, words that energize you and make you thirst for more. We are going to end this evening like we end every class, by giving each other a gift of a word. Okay, this is how it works. Each of us will say a word that is a gift to you. And you accept that gift by saying it back to us.
Carpe diem.
Carpe diem.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Restoration.
Determination.
Confidence.
Confidence.
Humility.
Humility. Successful.
Creativity.
Creativity.
Empowerment.
Empowerment.
Fearless.
Fearless.
Immortality.
Immortality.
Love.
Love.
Encouragement.
Encouragement.
Joy.
Joy. And our final word is thank you.